What is up, guys? It is me, Real American Politics, back again with a new video, and today we're taking a look at the Donald Trump versus Kamala Harris 2024 prediction, July/August edition. Now, intriguing things are happening afoot across the nation, and I wanted to do a prediction of Donald Trump versus Kamala Harris, and yes, so this is 2024, and it's all but asserted. At this point, I can't believe that prediction aged poorly. Biden's practically done. So it's going to be Kamala Harris most likely, or some Southern Dem that probably like a governor like Besher in Kentucky. But as of now, it's most likely going to be Kamala Harris as the presidential candidate. And Donald Trump / DeSantis, who knows yet, all right? People are saying Trump, some people are saying DeSantis, some people are saying J.D. Vance. We just got to halt the brakes and say, calm down. So, for now, it's just Donald Trump versus Harris. Let us get all the safe states on the way. Guys, this is not going to happen. And I'll get to Nebraska in a second, because it's not going to be close. Anyways, Arkansas, the Deep South are all going to be safe. This isn't 2004 anymore. Iowa and Ohio, safe Republican. Maine second, of course, safe Republican. Now, for Kamala, she, of course, wins the Antifa shitholes of the West Coast, Illinois, Hawaii, and I'm going to change, not going to make all of these states safe as I used to. Maryland, D.C., Delaware, I'm making a video on Delaware. You're going to see why I'm saying what I'm about to say. The Northeast, of course, Vermont, and I think that would be there. Maine's first. Now, these are the states that will be within 10 in 2024. Now, Nebraska's second. I'm going to put this likely Republican. And the main reason I'm saying this is they're going to redistrict the hell out of this district. And it's going to be like an R+7 district, presidential. So, it's not going to be competitive. This was the last hurrah, and Republicans in Nebraska redistrict that district to an R+6, R+7 district. So, let's just get that out of the way right off the bat. And same thing in Delaware. Now, I personally think, especially look at the past election results, that Biden's gains in Delaware were because he was the senator of Delaware for like 40 years or 30 years or whatever he was. That was a big inflation of the vote. I mean, it was borderline within 10 in 2016, if not within 10. So, it was trending Republican before Biden kind of blew that up. So, I do think Harris would still win the state of Delaware by like 9 points, but you look at before Biden, before COVID, before all that stuff, it was trending slowly Republican. So to say that it'll be within 10 without Biden on the ballot, that's not crazy to say. I think that Biden really fluffed up a lot of the margin of the Northeast, but that's just me. We just got to see what happens in 2022, what happens in Virginia, which is the next state. Now, last prediction I made this, likely Republican, or Democrat, not Republican. Same deal, but I'm saying it's going to be from D+8 to like D+7. Because there is some tiny shifts happening in Virginia. Same thing in Colorado. I really do think in Colorado, I think COVID pretty much just inflated the results. And again, now I think that Harris would still win by like D+8, D+9. Votes to the left of Virginia again. But I do think COVID inflated a lot of these results in places like Colorado, Virginia, etc. So I do believe those two states within 10, but could be closer by like a point. It's not going to go Republican, barring something happens in Virginia that comes out of the blue. So we just got to stay tuned. Now for Texas, likely Republican. Everybody knows that anybody with a brain would know that a lot of those trends in the Dallas area, they're pretty much maxed out in Dallas-Fort Worth area. Houston's going to start trending a bit more Republican. It did trend Republican. Same thing in San Antonio. Austin, yeah, you could probably gain some votes there. But other than that, Republicans are going to gain a lot of votes in the South, in El Paso, possibly do a little bit better in Harris County, and it would just be enough to make like an R+8 state. Not crazy to say that. Now, New Mexico. I think the Hispanic shift, especially with Trump versus Harris, would full circle almost get New Mexico within 3 or 4. Harris would still win by like 4. It could borderline get within 3. Maybe in a good national environment for Trump, be within 2. But as of now, I do believe it's a D+4 state if it's this election. All right? So stay tuned for that. That's going to be interesting. Now, Arizona. We're hearing a lot of stuff coming out of Arizona. That is not a clean election what happened there. And you look at the results, the turnout in Maricopa County that happened for Biden, which we're not going to get into, probably not going to happen again. And you look at places like Yuma County, where Tucson is, and you're noticing that a lot of Hispanic areas, they haven't shifted red yet. And I do believe that this year was a big fluke when it comes to Arizona. I do believe Trump against Harris would win by like 1.5%. Lean Republican. I just don't think Harris is electable in a state like Arizona. Now, if it was some like Mark Kelly type, maybe goes Democrat, but probably like lean D, like R plus 1.5. Right? You're feeling me? Not like R plus 10 like King Blue on Twitter says, but it'd probably be like R plus 2 at most. Now, Nevada. I think tilt Republican. It's just that Nevada as a whole trended Republican, with Clark County trending heavy Republican, in fact. Most parts of it, in fact. It just was Washoe County is the only thing that held back Trump from winning the state. And some other stuff. We won't talk about it. YouTube would kill me if I do. But Nevada's a one state where I do think Republicans are just gaining naturally with Hispanics. We saw this in 2020. Now, if it happens again in 2022, you could probably say this is not crazy. So, fight me all you want about Nevada, but I do believe with the trends in Clark, the rest of the state, it's going to be Republican in 2024. May seem crazy, but it actually voted like 2 points right in the nation. So, here, that's that. Now you got Minnesota. Oof. Minnesota. I think it's going to be the same as last time. Minnesota, I think got inflated by COVID, by the race riots. I think Harris still wins by like D+3, D+4. But it all comes down to if Trump gets a very lucky national ballot, right? Very lucky with a national environment. The economy is shit. Harris is a terrible president. That's going to happen eventually. So that's just me. I do think that Minnesota as a whole, weird state to predict for the future. So I'm just going to say lean D+3, D+4. Of course, very weird state. That is just a mess of a state to predict. So we're just going to say D+4. Don't even touch it. Now you got Wisconsin. I'm just going to... Guys, it's over for Democrats in Wisconsin. This was their last chance to win it. They may have won it, in quotes. It's gone. It voted like 4 points right of the nation? Or whatever it was? Yeah, no. I mean, you just move the national environment right by 1, and Trump flips a state. And with a lot of the counties in northern Wisconsin having basically the same demographics of those in South North Dakota, not yet voting like them, you're going to see a red surge in a lot of the nation, or counties in northern Wisconsin. So, again, look out for Wisconsin. It's going to be like an R+3 state. Anyways, Michigan. I thought about this for my last prediction. I think it will just barely stay Democrat in 2024, barring some crazy turn of events. Now, it voted, in quotes, like R+1, like right by 1 point of the nation. Now, I think that Biden still won the state, probably about like 1.5%, 2%, not 3%. I think John James may get screwed, but Trump probably lost the state of Michigan fairly. Not by that margin, though. So, Michigan, I still think, would go to Harris by like 0.2%. It would be close, and you could say it could go red. We just gotta see what happens. Pennsylvania, I'm not even gonna mess around with. It may even swing like 3 points Republican. Maybe lean R2 or something like that. Maybe Wisconsin 2.0, I should say. There's a lot of Western Pennsylvania not maxed out yet. Not a lot of Northeastern Pennsylvania not maxed out yet. Very similar demographics to Southern Ohio and Northeastern Ohio. So, that's why I'm saying Pennsylvania could be a big swing towards the right, just like Wisconsin will be. Now, we get to the great state of North Carolina. Oh boy. Lenar. Everybody see my North Carolina video? It's stayed exactly the same for like, what, 14 years when you account for the national environment? It stayed the same. It's not going anywhere. In fact, it may swing like a point Republican or two. I mean, for Trump to win North Carolina in that national environment, in a COVID pandemic, and plandemic, I should say, and the economy falling to shit, even though still winning by like 2, pretty freaking good. I think he's going to be fine. It's going to vote to the right of the nation by like 6. So, very favorable state of Republicans still. Now we get Georgia. Oh boy. Georgia. I'm just, with the stuff coming out of Georgia as recently, I think still tilt R. Now, if we confirm what's being told out of Georgia, we could say lean R. But for now, tilt R, not going to play any games. Florida, I'm not even touching. That's just, people that say otherwise are coping or from New York City. Anyways, so New Hampshire. I think New Hampshire, D+2 state. I really do think that the incumbency and COVID and just the national environment screwed Trump badly in New Hampshire. And with the rest of the region trending heavy for Biden, makes you wonder if that was a real trend or not. I mean, you look at the statewide level, Republicans kicked the shit out of the Democrats. At the governorship, the state legislator they took back. So that's why I'm saying D+2 state. Maybe. We just gotta see what happens. But who knows? Trump may win in 2024 if he runs with a very anti-war message and the incumbency bonus screws over Harris. Now you got Maine at large. Likely Democrat. Not gonna mess around with that. And here's my current prediction. Now, the closest states will be Michigan, Nevada, Georgia. These are going to be the 3 states that really determine it, and of course, Pennsylvania. 4 states, I should say, that are really going to be the meaningful states. Now, again, you can say all you want about, Arizona, yeah, well, shut up, alright? There's a lot of stuff coming out of Arizona that's been confirmed by the audit. The reason I'm not saying for Georgia is because that's more of here and there stuff. We got to see what happens in Georgia. But again, these 4 states will determine the election. 4 actual battleground states. That's going to be really competitive. And yes, Arizona you can add there, but I'm starting to wonder if Democrats going to put that much effort in Arizona. But as of now, these are the 4 major toss-ups that will determine the 2024 election. Anyways, hope you guys did enjoy. If you guys did, smash the like button down below. Subscribe, share with your friends, hit the little bell, and yes. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you guys next time.